What is up, my beautiful people? I am back with a video. I actually am refilming this video. I was supposed to upload it last night, but hey, it is what it is. But anyways, this information is all from pretty much yesterday, but I am going to be reviewing it and going over it again, pretty much same as yesterday, but new me, new day. So I want to just jump right into my video right here. Well, not my video, but a video that was posted by Adapt 2030. Now, you guys should definitely, I advise you guys to go subscribe to Adapt 2030 as well as Mr. MB333. I say this a lot, but I really do think you guys should. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I forgot to say that, and I truly appreciate you for being on this channel as well as tuning into my videos. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Now I want you guys to pay close attention to what this man right here is saying, as well as the other guy that will be speaking with him. I will be elaborating on some of the things they say, as well as co-signing them and pretty much just breaking it down for you guys and for your understanding. But I strongly suggest you guys to go watch this video on your own and watch the entire video and basically take your own notes on it and see your own point of view and basically just share it with somebody else. But yeah, let's jump right into this video.
Well, when it comes down to people, what will they require you when it comes? I'm going to make a bold call here. By the end of 2021, we'll have rationing in this country. Now, it might not be on every single item, but there's going to be rationing in the United States. On more than it is now, where you can buy like one roll of toilet paper. I'm talking about real rationing on foodstuffs, and you might even be given quote unquote electronic coupons, which would be an app on your phone running on the blockchain, being immutable, where you can't change it. That we're going to come into rationing for some items in the United States.
Which items do you think would start?
Well, sure, the meats and the eggs. Possibly fish, but these kind of protein sources will be rationed. They want you to move over. The EU just put out this big mandate about eating, what kind of larvae were they, about eating insects, because they realized that they had to cook the it was black mealworms at a certain temperature to kill the bacteria in the gut of the black mealworms, and you had to starve them for 24 hours to let them, run through all of their whatever was out of their bacterial system in their gut, and they had to be cooked at a certain temperature, and then they had to be dried at a certain percentage, and then they had to be powdered in. That can only be done in a factory. But since the factories are now tooled for that, now it's okay to eat insects. But you might get indigestion, you might have an allergic reaction. But
now here, I feel as though he was basically just speaking on the benefits that the European race, as well as the melanated beings, how we basically receive benefits, or how these insects and different bugs and animals are beneficial in a sense, but they also are being manipulated with, and not only that, they are harmful. So that's basically what he was speaking on, and he was talking about worms and how they are they go through a certain process through the factors, and being that the process is now taken to the streets, like you can get worms at like what is it called, the little supermarkets, or like the outdoor yard sailings, like the carnivals where you have the live worms that you just eat. Those haven't been through a factory process, or whatever you want to call it. But basically what he's saying is that the benefits that you do receive from the worms, insects, so on and so forth, they have benefits, but they also are harmful.
Still, they're going to push you this way.
You know, it's interesting you brought that up about the meats and the eggs. In my medical school, we were going over nutrition and different diseases that pop up if they're deficient on certain vitamins, especially B complex. So if you have a niacin disease, you become susceptible to sunburn. And you get dermatitis.
He is speaking on the European race, the artificial race.
And you know, if you don't have a certain, if you're not absorbing enough of the B vitamins, you can have a whole slew of different diseases. So not having thiamine, your B1s, your B2s, your B3s, your
Now right here he is speaking. He's speaking on the meats that they are eating, and within the meats, within the blood of the meats contains protein that is not in the meat. It is actually in the blood of the meat. It sustains anatomy, and the anatomy is what the artificial race needs. So they need these meats, and what he's saying is if you are not receiving these proteins, or whatever you want to call it, these meats, aka the meats, then they are more prone to these outbursts or diseases, or what he is then about to get into, which is an allergic reaction, which is dermatitis. But he's going to get more into that in a minute. But basically what he's speaking on is how the artificial race pretty much needs these meats and eggs to survive. Now, the melanated race, when we eat animals, it pretty much breaks down our anatomy. We shouldn't be eating meat. We shouldn't be putting any other DNA, blood, into our DNA. We are then mixing. What we should be naturally eating is water and the sun. That's what we really should be eating. But being that we don't, fruits, vegetables, and alkaline is the best route. But being that we eat meats, it breaks down our anatomy, and it is a slow death pretty much. Our molecular anatomy it matches plants and trees. And if a plant and a tree was to swap places with us, we would need water and the sun, and of course the plants and the trees, what do they need? Water and sun. So our molecular anatomy is very much similar to plants and trees.
B5s, B9s, and B12s. You can seriously get into complications that can lead to death. So minor B complex deficiency, it's reversible. But if you go down this road of multiple years of not having the meat, not having the eggs, you're not getting your B vitamins. And what's going to happen is you're going to actually
He's speaking on the food shortage.
These diseases that are in third worlds because they
pertaining
have,
to the meats.
they have a high.
He's pertaining to. He's talking about the food shortage, and he's pertaining to what I just went over as far as the European race needing these meats to sustain their anatomy, which then holds their shape, their form. Now, if you can't take the sun, you cannot survive. You won't survive. So that's basically what he's referring to.
Meat and egg diet. So it wouldn't surprise me when this rationing is starting to take place, that you're going to start seeing these B vitamin deficiencies really skyrocket. skyrocketed.
So I'm saying with the second magnetic field forming in the outer solar system, we're going to have more landslides, more sinkholes opening, more mud volcanoes, and we're not going to be able to grow crops as efficiently as the jet streams go further out of their regular flows for the next 3 years. We're going to get more and more control, not less. They're diluting you if you think you're going to get less control. From this point forward, it's going to be more stringent, more iron fist, more lockdown, more squeezed, more control. And I am saying that it's all about the food, the amount of food. So they're going to put the world on rations, but governments are going to continue to take the excess that we would have consumed for themselves for their continuity plans, leaving us out. So let's say there's 100 tons. We'll use the word 100 tons, and 50 was for the public, and 50 was for government and military. Well, now they realize there's something really huge on the horizon coming in 2024. October is when you're looking. October 2024 is going to be the apex of this magnetic coupling, the most interaction with Earth. And after we come through October of 2024, it'll start to dissipate rather quickly because, it's like that magnetism. If you're a kid and you had two magnets on a table that instantly slam together, well, it'll be just as instant when that magnetic field uncouples, so it'll just unlock quickly. But during that,
he is speaking on the electromagnetic field or the biofield around these planets. Now, if you have not realized, these planets, the electromagnetic field has collapsed or basically reset. I don't want to use a destructional word. I'd rather use a word that is more pleasing, because this is not a chaotic situation, at least for most of us, but it is more so a reset. So if you have not realized, Mars in Texas, they have been watching Mars like crazy. Now, Earth is surrounded by 4 gigantic gas planets, but we're gonna go into that later. But Mars has been being watched like crazy. Like, I can't even express the amount of rockets and the launches and all of the things that are being sent out from Texas watching over Mars. Now, the reason as to why they're watching over Mars is simply because whatever happens to Mars happens to Earth at a very, very fast rate. Now, these, like he said, when you were a kid, you put a magnet on two magnets on a table and they slam together. This is exactly what happens between these planets. If something happens to this one, something's going to happen to this one, something's going to happen to that one, and so on and so forth. That's why Mars is being under surveillance the way that it has been recently, because anything that happens to Mars, it will happen to Earth. Expeditiously fast. So that's why they've been like patrolling.
With the changes that are coming are going to be so vast. I mean, these Earth changes that you thought were not possible in the wildest dreams are going to be possible. And the government's going to want more control, because they're going to want more control over your behavior, because you're going to be scared, you're going to be uncontrollable. So they want to control you before you're uncontrollable. You're going to be hungry, which is the worst thing for societies, because we've seen through history when people are hungry, they're uncontrollable. So they're going to want to control you before you can even get uncontrollable there. But then they're going to want to control the availability of food, and they're going to want to control the availability. So they're going to control you there. And it's all based on the food. Everything's about the food from this point forward. And the second magnetic field forming in the outer solar system with Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now, if I'm anywhere close to being correct, you can call me out on it. I'm going to say there's going to be a massive planetary atmospheric disturbance on Uranus around late April or May of this year. Because you got to go back into May of 2020. Pluto's atmosphere collapsed, and then December of 2020, Neptune's atmosphere reversed. Now, the next planet in on, if you're looking at a Taurus loop, is going to be Uranus. And it's already starting to show atmospheric anomalies.
Okay.
So if that one goes,
so like I basically spoke on just now, anything that happens to the planet, that they all are in sync. So if something happens to Pluto, it will then lead on to Neptune, Uranus, so on and so forth. So that's why Mars, once again, is being under surveillance the way that it is and being patrolled the way that it has been frequently, because anything that happens to Mars, Earth is pretty much next. So that's why it's just like chaotic in a sense.
It's just going to go.
Then for sure it's just once again, like he said, I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but the government or whoever, the elites, whatever, however you want to look at it, they are trying to keep you under control by blinding you with the news and COVID and all of these other new eras that they are putting in your face to keep you blind.
Go Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth. So that gives us until 2023, because these are on like about a 6 month, roughly 6 month pattern of the next planet in the solar system experiencing atmospheric anomalies.
The next planet in the solar system.
I don't know what would happen to our. We couldn't literally grow food if our planet's atmosphere compressed or expanded or reversed. The ability for us as a planetary society to continue to grow food would be nil for those years until we figured out where the new systems are setting up. How long, how dense, how intense,
how dense, how intense.
So if Earth's atmospheric anomaly, like he just mentioned, if it collapsed, there's no how the food will be produced or able to reproduce, and which will then lead to starvation, which will then lead to crazy hungry people, leads to crazy people, and that's why you are under so much basically under control, because if they were to tell us this on the news, how truly react.
Ferocious it would be.
Can
you imagine trying to control a populace at that time? You literally couldn't.
And can you imagine trying to control a populace at that time?
Well, this is what we're heading to within 3 years, so you can start to see lockstep how intense it's getting. It's matching with this anomaly that's coming through our solar system.
It's matching with.
And then the last thing that's going to really freak people out is the blue comet that's coming through.
And then the last thing that's going to really freak people out is the blue comet.
That'll be another one. It's this big comet, Pan-STARRS K2 2017C.
It was the furthest
out interacting. How often does that circle around?
It was the furthest out.
It doesn't. It's the first time it's ever been in our solar system, but it's blue, and it was the furthest out ever energetically interacting with the sun. That's how they spotted it so long ago.
It was the furthest out ever energetically interacting with the sun. That's how they spotted it so long ago.
Wow, did you guys hear that? So this big blue comet that is coming towards Earth approximately around the year 2022 is the biggest and the first time that we have ever seen it. That's why they are so, shocked about it, and they are freaking out. I know they are. But I wanted to show you guys this. Mentioning the blue comet, I wanted to show you some land crops that our higher selves have told us. They warned us that all of this was going to happen. So take a look at this and tell me, do you see a resemblance at all whatsoever? See if I can find it. Okay, here, this is what I did want to show you. This is Earth, and Earth is surrounded by these four gas planets. And keep this picture within your mind. I want to show you the land crop. Earth is pretty much being pulled in. Earth's magnetic field is messed up. It is all the way messed up, and Earth is pretty much being pulled in. So this is all the cosmic shift that is happening pretty much. And I want to show you these land. If I can find it, bear with me, people. I'm so sorry. Okay, now look at this. Did you see the picture that I just showed you? I should really screenshot this, but here's Earth outside, and then it's surrounded by these four planets. Now this, mind you, Earth is slowly but surely being sucked and being pulled in, and its magnetic field is completely destroying. Now look at this message from our higher selves. as a warning. This was last year. Now look at this. Do you guys see a resemblance? Please tell me. Please tell me you see this resemblance. This was last year, a land crop that was in the middle. I believe it was in I want to say Europe, but I am not sure. Please don't quote me on that. But this was last year. This land crop was spotted in a field, and look at this. Do you guys see a resemblance? Now we have the 4 planets, the 4 outside planets that are surrounding Earth, which I previously mentioned before, and we have Earth here in Earth's orbit that is being destructed slowly but surely, which is then being sucked in. Now can you guys see the resemblance from this, the 4 planets that are being destroyed? And once again, excuse me for using destructive words, but that is being reset. And then we have Earth over here. Now take a look at this. I'm just going to show you guys the resemblance that our higher selves were pretty much warning or telling us. Now look at Earth outside being pulled in by these 4 surrounding planets. Yes? No? Yeah? You guys see a resemblance? And then we have this one. This is basically an overlook of it. It is very much so, if you ask me, a very big message from our higher selves, and I can definitely see the resemblance. Excuse me. Now there is another one that I wanted to show you that is speaking on the blue comet that is coming in 2024. Now can you guys see that? And he said it was coming from the sun, I believe. Now if you can see here, I definitely see a resemblance within that message just there. The sun, the blue comet, and the solar system. Now these are land crops that they're quote unquote magically appearing. These are messages from our higher selves. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. And if you guys have the eyes to see, then you definitely can see a resemblance within the solar system between this and the land crops. But yeah, that is what I wanted to show you pertaining to Adapt 2030. I really want you guys to go finish watching this video. This man touched on a lot of stuff, and he pretty much went deeper into excuse me, I kind of just lost my spot. Okay, he pretty much went into these whole situation with the 4 planets and how Earth is being sucked or pulled in, and how they are all collapsing in a sense. So I would really advise you guys to go tune into this and let him inform you better on that. Now moving forward, I wanted to kind of hop around a little bit and show you guys some different things. This was okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. So guys, I was watching, this was yesterday's news report, but like I said, this video was supposed to be posted yesterday. But watching this video, NASA is deleting footage. NASA has been deleting footage, and this is nothing new, but NASA definitely have deleted some footage. Now, as you can see, there is 4 hours, or rather 10 hours of ISWA data that has been deleted, and NASA is pretty much hiding energy data. And as you can see, the time, this is the time here. And as you can see, when the reversal pretty much starts, which I will point out in a second, but when the reversal starts, the time stops. Like, it's like a complete glitch, and it's like NASA is deleting footage, the most important part of this data chart. And this is nothing new. Like I said before, data is always being taken out or hidden from us because it's truth within this, and this is very important. Now, as you can see, if you follow these arrows and study it, this is where the arrows start to pretty much start its reversal, and then the time stamp that I want to show you, it's gonna come. I'm gonna let it play out. Now this guy, he is very intelligent, and he has a very good way of explaining it.
And there, more missing time, folks.
Elaborate on it a little
about several million miles behind the planet here, and some kind of battle of energy forces going on. And about several million miles behind the planet and some kind of battle of energy forces going on. And there, more missing.
Now right there, you can see the reversal kind of just about starting.
Going on.
All of the arrows that are pointing in one direction.
There, more
right here. And then right there, boom.
There,
it restarts.
More missing time.
So yeah, that was basically very skeptical to me. It's kind of annoying because we kind of need to see what happens after the reversal start, but it's like right at the beginning they cut the information out, and as you can see right there to here, so there, and then it just starts over. So it's like all of this is going on, as you can see. Pay attention to the arrows, and then boom. So, and then the timestamp pretty much tells you that it's a gap of footage missing. So I just think that is very skeptical on NASA's end. But yeah, I did want to touch on that. Pretty much Earth is still having an immense amount of pressure. Sorry guys, I'm watching this video as I am explaining. But yeah, Earth pretty much still has an immense amount of pressure around it and casting it away as well. And then right when we have a reversal start, I guess the clip then takes place that is missing. Yeah, which is crazy, but it's not the first time that it has happened. So yeah, this is the restart, and as you can see, it's just like nothing never happened. Let me show you one more time, and then boom. So yeah, I guess it is what it is. Truth be told, everything is going to be revealed anyways. Now let's see what else I am showing you today. Yeah, I guess I can show you guys this, which is a video of a woman, and I believe she is a photographer. As far as she gets these very, very expensive cameras. Like, there's people who go get very expensive cameras and they sit them out and they basically watch the sky all day, and then they time lapse it, and whatever they catch, they then share it with these types of YouTubers. So this was a woman who was doing her normal daily sky watch with her very advanced camera, and I wanted to point out, what the heck? Oh my goodness. Okay, of course. Anyways, back up to the video. So yeah, they picked up something. So this is her recording the entire sky. And if you guys didn't know, your camera, all cameras, they have like the fish lens where they can pick up or detect like high levels of radiation or energy that you can't see with your bare eyes. Now look what this camera picks up in this particular area. Now this is her recording the sky, and then right over here there's something that the camera is detecting that obviously you can't see with your bare eyes. So there's nothing going on in the sky over here, but over here there's something behind that. You see? So I just thought that that was very unique. Like that's something that I wanted to start doing, is recording the sky, but I do gotta get me a camera, y'all. So just heads up, your cameras are very highly advanced and they do detect high levels of radiation or high levels of energy that are behind these quote unquote clouds. So yeah, that you can't see with your bare eyes. That is pretty much what I wanted to talk to you about with that video. I really don't have much to say, but this I believe that I was showing you guys this because a woman was she had this potato in her pantry, and she basically said how, oh, they're gonna give me an ad. They gonna give me an ad. But as you can see, okay, yeah, here it is. So as you can see, this potato, she was basically explaining to Mr. MB333 that she pretty much had it in her pantry, and she checked on it a couple of weeks later, and she realized, or she noticed that it had sprouts growing out of it, and within those sprouts, potatoes were actually forming, which I thought was very, very odd. That is very odd that a potato can grow a potato. Now, I've been seeing a lot lately that fruits and vegetables have been growing within fruits and vegetables, and I'm gonna give you guys an example that this has been happening very frequently lately, and it is like, it's eye-opening to me because it's just like, what the heck? I hope they can show me a picture because usually they won't. But I don't know if I taught. Okay. I don't know. Vegetables growing within itself. Let me just type in this. Please excuse me, guys. I am not too prepared this lecture, but okay, here's one. They, like, recently I've been seeing a lot, like, fruits are growing vines out of itself, and like strawberries are producing like another strawberry on top of itself, and it's just been like super euphoric, like just foreign. I don't know. And I feel that that is a wake-up call for us vegetarians or vegans, because they are coming for our fruits and vegetables. Like, nothing organic or natural will ever do that, ever. So these man-made or factored fruits and vegetables are being spliced with other chemicals to create this taste that we think is real. That's why you can't too much trust anything now. I wish I had been more prepared though to show you guys more examples, but I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff like that, and it's just been like wild and like eye-opening, because it's like you can't even trust your quote unquote healthy foods. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to show you guys. Now this one is probably the last thing that I am going to touch on. In Indonesia, this was 2 days ago, they had a flood. I'm sure they still do, but this was a flood, and look at the color of this flood, guys. This is bloodshot red. Is this not a wake-up call? to the world, it is over. It is over. Playtime is over. And just by looking at this is another eye-opener. And no wonder they say that we are in the end times, but it's just the beginning to me. Like, that is so wow. Like, that is very wow. This water is bloodshot red in Indonesia. So yeah, that is pretty much all that I wanted to elaborate on today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This lecture was very short and kind of all over the place. I wasn't very prepared, but I did try to get you guys some type of information and keep you guys somewhat up to date. Of course, you can go do your own research. I truly appreciate you for tuning in. Please make sure you go subscribe to World News Report Today, as well as Adapt 2030, and of course Mr. MB333. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I will be seeing you very shortly in my next video. Peace, love, and light. Thank you.